and welcome to Health Q channel, the health awareness channel where our mission is to motivate you to look at the brighter side of the health. As COVID-19 pandemic is going on, many of us are worried as to how to prevent COVID-19. For that purpose, I have got a very special guest in today's video, and that is Dr. Ashiwini. He runs functional medicine practice in Bangalore. So let's talk to him and understand how to develop immunity that will help you in preventing COVID-19 infection. So, hello doctor, welcome to the show, welcome to HealthQ channel. So our mission here is to basically motivate people to look at the brighter side of their health, and we try to help people to be more aware about their health issues. And since right now COVID pandemic is going on, we thought why not to raise awareness and give some ideas as soon how they can prevent themselves from going through this pandemic. So welcome sir, welcome to the show. Please let our audience know what exactly you do about your organization and where you function from.
All right. Thank you, Meghna, for having me on your channel. So, my name is Dr. Ashwini. So, I'm a medical doctor currently practicing functional medicine. Okay. So, functional medicine is a line of therapy wherein we look at the cause of the problem and help eliminate the root cause of the problem, thereby reversing the chronic illness. Okay. So, we are based out in Bangalore and we run more of a teleconsultations for chronic illnesses.
Right. Okay. Right. So, sir, my first question to you today is how different a human body which is immune, is going to react to this virus compared to a person who is having some comorbid health conditions?
Right. So, first of all, let us look at the numbers. For example, if 100 people are infected with the virus, maybe out of that 80% of the numbers will not even know that they have a virus, or will just come and go just like a few flu-like symptoms they might have. Right. Only 2% out of them might have a moderate condition wherein a little bit of running nose or chest difficulty or a little bit of diarrhea. Okay. Only 5% of people might have to go to a hospital for the severity of the problem. Okay. Now, what we see from the data that this 5% of people having severe problem, they always are having a comorbidity. The most common are the people who are obese or elderly, more than 60 years of age, or they have autoimmune problems or hypertension, diabetes. Now, a healthy body, when a virus comes to attacks a healthy body, immune system is able to recognize that a foreign invader has come, and it has to do a right response, not a underreactive or overreactive response. So, and then the virus is neutralized. Now, when a person is in a disease state, their immune system is already compromised. Okay, so their immune system might not be able to recognize the virus. That's one possibility. Or if it does that, it will have an overreactive response to it, which is called as cytokine storm. So most of the time that we see people having a lot of respiratory distress and all that, mostly it's an overreactive immune system which is giving the trouble.
Okay. So, how do one person defines immunity? What exactly you can say? If a layman asks you what is immunity, how you will define that?
Right. So it's a good question. So it's a first defense mechanism. Okay, from external and internal invaders in our body. Right. Immune system does a lot of function for us. Now we need to have a balanced immune system. It should not be overreactive or underreactive. Right. Now we are continuously making our blood cells or the immune cells. Every 10 seconds, lot of millions of cells are released into the bloodstream. Correct. Now these cells are new cells. They don't have a personality, or they just like when an army recruits a soldier, they need to be trained like which direction they should be fighting. Similarly, a new cell or a new immune cell has to be modulated in a way that the cell could recognize this is a outsider, or this is something which is in the part of our body. So this is called immune modulation. Okay. Now, most of the immune modulation, or 70 to 80% of modulation, happens by the gut bacteria in our gut. Okay. Okay. So to have a healthier immune system, we need to have a healthier gut bacteria, or which is microbiota, basically in more precise terms we call it, which is a combination which might have bacteria, viruses, or fungi. I mean, some things we as a science understands so far. Some things we might not be even knowing it, but this is what it is.
So, in order to develop our immunity, what kind of immune cell we need right now to develop in our body, and how they function, where they are? Can you just put a light into that?
Right. So basically, we need to have, like I said, we need to have a balanced immune system, and immune system which is not damaging our own cells, or
Right.
it can recognize the foreign body that has invaded us. Okay. Most of the modulation of the immune system, first of all, very important that we know how do we modulate our immune system, that it is not damaging, or it can recognize. Right. Like I said, gut bacteria or the microbiota is the place where it gets modulated. Now we need to have a right size of the microbiota and the diversity of the microbiota, right amount and the number of different kind of species that are healthy in our gut bacteria. So how do we get that? So what we eat. We need to have a rainbow diet to ensure that we are in feeding our bacteria. Of course, every plant or food that we eat, it also has their own bacteria into it. Right? When we eat a raw vegetable or a fruit, we add good bacteria to the gut also.
Okay.
All right. So there are two kind of things that we talk about. One is a prebiotic foods and the probiotic foods. Prebiotic foods are the fibers in the food which feeds this good bacteria. Now, bacteria needs the raw material to survive. Second, the probiotic foods which are the sources of good bacteria.
Okay.
The prebiotic foods, we can have sweet potatoes, cabbage, garlic, spring onions, beetroot, a green pea. Raw bananas are very good. Apple, watermelon, grapes, custard apple, cocoa, flaxseed, and dry fruit. So these are some of the fruits that we can have in our daily life. So we can add good fiber, which is a food to these good bacteria.
Right.
Along with that, we also need to keep feeding ourselves with the right kind of or right amount of probiotic, which are the sources of good bacteria, which are like fermented pickles, fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, kimchi, butter, lassi, all this kombucha and kefir. Right. So to have the right immune system, we need to have a right modulation. So the immune system is working in a right direction.
Correct.
For that, we need to have a right microbiota. For these, what I mentioned, those prebiotic and probiotic foods we need to eat.
Correct.
And second important part of the immune system is now we are continuously remaking, or new cells are being, coming into the bloodstream. Now, for that, we need the raw materials as well. Right? To have a right, we need to form a right new cell or a healthy cell. We need to have a right raw material in the body. If we are missing on to the basic components, like if we are missing on the good fats, okay, or good quality vitamin A, good quality vitamin E, C, B complex, vitamin D3, and all that. If any of these things which are critical for our functioning of the body, if anything is missing, the new cells which are forming, probably they are not of the great quality, and they will not function up to the mark.
So, can you just put more light on how a person can be, how a person should go about the rainbow diet? Like, in what way they should incorporate their daily routines and ensure that these rainbow diets are incorporated in a day? Like, every day they should have it, or 2 times in a day, or some days if they skip it, it's okay. How frequently this rainbow diet should be maintained?
Right. So first of all, to have a, we are what we eat. Okay. The first step that we should be taking to maintain a healthy body or a healthy immune system, and we should cut down on the bad things that we put into our mouth.
Right.
Okay. What are the bad things which, largely, especially now this lockdown, people also have the, stock these bad things in their homes. What are these things? Refined foods, refined carbs, okay, lot of sugar. These are some of the things which kills the good bacteria and thereby impact our immune system. Right? We have to stop eating lot of biscuits or a lot of things made of the hybridized foods. Also, we have to stop, like wheat and dairy products. Today, what the wheat that we get, the dairy we get, it's all from a hybridized nature. which also disrupts our immune system.
Okay.
Okay. Then there's another very interesting and easy concept that we Indians always have been following it, which is called intermittent fasting, which is basically means a time restricted fasting. So we always had followed, but recently we went into 3 meals or 4 meals or 5 meals. I think to have a healthier body or to have a healthier immune system, we should be eating 2 meals a day, which are cooked meals. Okay, one is around 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Second, 6 to 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay. One in the morning, one in the evening. We should have a healthier grains, no hybridized grains. Along with that, some portion of salads, different kind of whatever available. Now, of course, the restrictions are there, but whatever healthier green salads we can include the leaves or the cucumbers or whatever available, beets and all that, whatever possible, we should include that in our diet. And the morning, I think we should break our fast maybe with a fruit, maybe salad, or we can make a smoothie or shake, which is again a healthier thingy which we can include.
Correct. And how often this intermittent fasting should be done?
I think the intermittent fasting is a healthy way. Okay, now it is all about how much restriction we want to put.
Okay.
But 2 meals a day should be a lifelong thingy.
Okay.
Always we can maintain, or 2 meals a day is a good enough diet for a normal human. Of course, if somebody is a athletic guy or somebody is doing a lot of hard work, possibly they might need a little extra. But for our current lifestyle, 2 meals are good enough.
Okay. So, coming a little more deeper into this, in particular, if you could say, what are the proteins, minerals, vitamins that are crucial in order to build the right immune system in us?
Okay. See, first of all, it's very important, Meghna, that we should understand. See, now, whatever we should put into our mouth, it has to become a part of our body.
Right.
Now, to ensure that happens, we need to have a healthy digestive tract. Okay. Now, if somebody has hyperacidity, for example, the symptom is hyperacidity, or they have burning or regurgitation or a GERD, which basically means the stomach is producing less acid. This is very important note. When somebody has symptoms of acidity, their stomach is producing less acid, which is contrary to the conventional thought. Okay.
Right.
So when that happens, when we eat anything, it stays in the stomach area for a much longer time. It does not get digested. When it does not get digested, it does not become part of our body. Of course, it will then create an immune reaction, which becomes more deleterious to our immune system, right? So have to make sure that whatever we eat, if the good things or the bad things we eat, they should either be eliminated or they should become part of our system. So the right digestive tract has to be important. So right amount of hydrochloric acid being produced by the stomach, or digestive enzymes, maybe from the stomach or the pancreas or the bile acids from different organs that which are there to support our digestive tract. And of course, the right amount of bacteria, the healthy bacteria should be there to digest. Now, what are the things that we can have for proteins? Okay, some basic dal, the legumes, the rajma, the chickpeas, or the different pulses, or the millets. They have enough protein for us to have a healthier diet.
Right.
We need not to look further beyond this.
Okay.
And then right carbs. We always need to see what are the complex forms of carbs we can include in our diet. We should avoid anything which is processed. Anything which is made by the nature should be enough. Then to supplement further to it, we can have nuts and seeds, almonds, cashews, walnuts, and then sunflower seed, or what you say, pumpkin seeds. So these are some of those nuts and seeds which we can. Of course, I would recommend that we should soak them before we consume them, so they become more. It's easy for our system to digest them, and easily we can make them a part of our body.
Right. Okay, so now this was about the healthy bodies. What about the people who are having some pre-existing issues like obesity or hypertension? Would you like to give some special advice, or else say you need to be more cautious, or else more inclusive in terms of minerals, or else certain sort of vitamins? Anything like that you would like to tell?
Right. So first of all, I mean, a disease or a non-disease person should get to a healthier form of diet. That's the first thing. Second, all of us can start into this time restricted fasting or intermittent fasting. So we give the body what is required. We should not overfeed our system. Of course, now if we have to, immediately build our immune system or to strengthen our immune system, there's a small supplementation we can take, which can be easily available now. Now, vitamin D, it is also immune modulator. Basically, means that it helps the immune system to give the direction, right? It is not overreactive or underreactive. So 5,000 international units every day can be taken by any adult. Okay. Of course, now the one that we get in the market maybe is a 6,000 units IU, that 6,000 IU that we get in the market. So once a week they can take it. Of course, before they take it, they can consult their doctor, or they can have their what do you say? They can measure their levels. If they're very low, depending on that, what is the current doses, current levels of vitamin D in the blood, they can adjust the dose. Now, vitamin C in this time when we are so scared can play a major role to protect ourselves and boost our immune system immediately. So, 500 grams of vitamin C maybe 4 times a day. It's 2 grams of vitamin D every day in 4 divided doses. It's a very good way to fight this infection. Of course, if somebody, now if immune system is overreactive or it's not functioning the way it should function, omega-3, which is again easily available in the form of fish oil. Also, there are some vegetarian options, vegan options are available for omega-3. So maybe doses is 1200 to 1600 mg per day. And of course, somebody can take green tea and a little bit of soup and all that to make sure that they are hydrated and they're taking enough supplements required for it. Of course, if available to them, they can take a dose of prebiotic, probiotic every day till they come out of the situation.
Okay. So, any food that you would like to very precisely say, yes, you mentioned earlier also that disrupts our immune system, apart from the processed food that you mentioned. Any particular food that should be avoided?
The food that should be, of course, now these foods are integral part of our system, but unfortunately, they are one of the biggest reasons for most of the chronic problems that we have today. Of course, it disrupts our immune system. The two major things, which is one is wheat, hybridized wheat, another one is hybridized dairy products. Okay, either we should, for example, we're taking 2 meals a day, we should reduce it to 1 meal and eventually, take it out of the diet. And the hybridized dairy products like milk or tea or paneers and all that. So, if possible, we should get it to non-hybridized wheat or non-hybridized dairy. So, why it is a problem? Now, every hybridized food that we put into our mouth, it has a new sort of a protein, which our immune system is not, familiar with. And when we take a new protein into our system, our immune system reacts to it. Every time we take it, every time we have a reaction to it. So it's best to avoid what is causing a damage to our system.
Okay. So we have to avoid all kind of processed dairy products
and
wheat.
Right.
So this is something that people mostly find it difficult to get rid of, because that's as you said, it's the part of lifestyle now for most of them.
Right. So I think it's best to avoid slowly. I mean, instead of all of a sudden, for example, now we are recommending 2 meals, 1 meal. The morning breakfast can be done with the fruits or vegetables, or maybe smoothies or shakes. Now, for example, 2 meals a day, 1 meal can be with with the wheat, but we can add other kind of atta to it, right? The different non-wheat atta to it. Another meal may be non-processed rice, okay, or non-processed millets. So I think slowly we can wean off these things. It's not easy all the time to follow what is recommended, but slowly we can get there.
So, if you have to list down what are the advantages of detoxification and going through the right dietary way, what are the top 5 advantages according to you?
Right. So, first of all, let us understand detoxification. Okay. Now, we are all surrounded by a lot of chemicals and heavy metals. Okay. For example, now if somebody is cooking from aluminium vessel, non-stick vessel, the lead from the burning of the fossil fuels, okay, mercury from maybe fish or from the dental filling. Now, these are heavy metals which get accumulated into our system, and our immune system always keep fighting it. It thinks it's a foreign body and it keep reacting to it.
Okay.
Now, our poor immune system is busy in unwanted things when it should be protecting us against the viruses. It is just busy trying to fight this all foreign materials which should not be there.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Once we start avoiding this unwanted things getting into our system, and along with that, we start feeding ourselves with the nutrition. Okay, we will have a healthier body. Okay, we will lose our weight. We'll have a clear skin. We'll have more energy. We'll have regular bowel movements, mental clarity, of course.
Right.
Along with that, once we have the right bacterial balance, we also have a emotional stability, or possibility of getting into depression will also be taken care.
Okay, got it. Now, one confusion here, many people have this. There's this trend of vegan coming up, right? So, do you feel or do you believe that going completely vegan or turning completely vegetarian is a more healthy way of living lifestyle, or is staying more detoxicated, or do you
Right.
believe that non-veg is also an essential part of diet?
I think again, it's not about what see. Mostly non-vegetarians, their logic is that they're eating it for proteins.
Proteins, right?
And if somebody does not have a right healthy system, then the protein will not become a part of their body. Second, we should be eating proteins which are easily digestible and which can be become a part of our system. Right? So it is not essential to be eating meat, but it's again a preference. But I would recommend if somebody still wants to eat meat or eggs, they should ensure that they are organic. They are not fed with pesticides or they're not injected with hormones.
Right.
Now, if somebody eating regular meat, for example, it has so much of pesticides in it, they will disrupt the right bacterial balance in your gut, or it is injected with the hormones to make sure that they're growing at a much faster, and they can sell. This all again market driven things.
Right.
We should ensure that we are eating clean. But if somebody is on a vegetarian or vegan diet, I think that considering the kind of adulteration which is happening to the food, so we will have much healthier body or healthier life if we stick to the vegetarian way of life.
So it's not the meat that is the problem, but the adulteration that happens through the meat that's the positive factor for the toxicity in the body.
Yes. This is one possibility. Of course, depending on what kind of lifestyle that we live.
Right.
Now, if I'm sitting on a chair all the time, and if I'm eating even though organic, but lots of proteins,
Correct.
okay, that might not be healthy.
Right.
So, depending on what sort of a lifestyle, somebody is into the army or somebody is a farmer, their diet and lifestyle are different, and accordingly they should meet their demand.
Okay, so somebody right now comes to you and asks you that I want to stay immune, say in the general of middle age group, what would be a general prescription according to you be like?
Okay, so immediately I will first thing now unfortunately we're not able to run most of the blood tests. Well, I'll give them vitamin D supplementation, vitamin C supplementation. Along with that, depending on taking some of the history, and we will get to know whether magnesium, zinc is required. Along with that, we'll put them on to a two meals a day diet, wherein mostly it's all vegetarian form of diet.
Right. And how important to you is adding a physical activity to the dietary program? How much it will raise the bar of the level of health or fitness according to you?
Of course, now see with the physical activity, our lymphatic system is moved. Our blood, we have more better blood circulation. Okay, physical activity is required. Okay, but when we say that somebody has to lose weight, for example, so along when the physical activity is an add-on, right? But if they stick to a healthy form of diet and healthy eating, they can still lose weight. But to make it more effective and make it more result oriented, physical activity and exercise would be add-on.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. So now just let us know, let the people, audience know how they can approach you, how they can reach out to you if they have got any queries, questions related to their immunity.
They can read about us on our website, which is called functionalmedicineclinic.in.
Okay.
They can WhatsApp. We will give the number or the email ID on
Sure.
maybe on.
We'll add them everything in the description box, all your contact details, so that people can reach out to you for the help they need. So thank you so much for sharing this information. It was really helpful, and hopefully this was a fun segment. You enjoyed this talk.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's a pleasure to give the people the right information that they need to make sure that they live a healthier life. And I think we should continue giving our best in that sense.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon again with some other topics. I will come back to you for other questions as well. So yeah, thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you for being part of the show.
Appreciate. Thank you.
So friends, this was the video where we interacted with Dr. Ashiwini and had lots of insight related to immunity and diet consideration. I hope you found this information helpful. If yes, make sure to like this video, share this video with your friends and family members, and if you do like my work, make sure to subscribe to HealthQ channel. On that note, I will end this video here. See you in another video. Thank you.